Chaos in the courtroom on the sentencing day for the woman who hit and killed 3 children walking to their school bus in Fulton County. Why their mother was detained.
Snow on the ground, mostly clear sky, and a light wind. Recipe for a frigid night. Just how cold it will feel as you head out the door early Thursday.
I've had some days where, man, my wife will tell you, I've had some days I just start crying, because I want to live.
A pastor who spends his life giving hope to others now needs to receive some. What he's asking of you to help save his life.
This is RTV6 News at 5, working for you.
An emotional, drama-filled afternoon in a Fulton County courtroom as a judge sentences a woman who hit and killed 3 children walking to their bus stop last year.
Not only did a judge sentence Alyssa Shepard, but the mother of those children is now facing a possible criminal charge. Alyssa Shepard was sentenced to 4 years in prison and 3 years of home detention for hitting and killing 6-year-olds Xavier and Mason Engel and their 9-year-old sister Olivia Stahl in October of last year. They were crossing the road to get to their school bus when Shepard hit them. Shepard was found guilty in October on all charges, including 3 counts of reckless homicide. After today's sentencing, the mother of the 3 children, Brittany Engel, attempted to attack Shepard in the courtroom. She was led away in handcuffs. The prosecutor said Engel will likely face a battery charge.
Well, it was a beautiful day with some sunshine. Didn't really want to go outside.
Yeah, it looked nice
cold
from inside, but outside still cold, still got that snow on the ground. Good news is we're not adding to the snow. You can see that sunshine still as we look north. You can see an area of cloud cover. That's going to continue to clear out for us this evening. And it never really warmed up today. We only got to 25 degrees this afternoon. We're sitting at 21 right now in Indy and Kokomo, 26 in the Bloomington area and 24 in Martinsville. And yes, it feels colder. We've got wind chills already in the single digits out there this evening. Feels like 9 in Indy, Peru, and Lafayette. Satellite and radar, there are those clouds continuing to fade away for us, and that means temperatures are just going to tumble pretty quickly here tonight. We'll get into the single digits for the actual air temperature by 10 o'clock at 9 degrees with a west wind at 5 to 15 miles per hour. So far this season, 8 degrees. That's been our coldest. That was on November the 12th. I think we get colder than that tonight. We'll talk about that and take it hour by hour through your Thursday in just a few minutes.
See you soon, Kyle. Thank you. Indiana University says a student is facing multiple charges of arson in a string of fires on the IU campus. IU police arrested a female upperclassman overnight after investigating 10 arsons in the last 15 hours. The school says most of the fires occurred in the past 24 hours, including several in trash containers in women's restrooms. The university reports only minor property damage. The first fires were reported December 3rd. It is a sure sign of what's to come as we get deeper into flu season. Franciscan Health is implementing temporary restrictions on visitors due to the increase in flu-like cases. Restrictions take effect Friday at 7 a.m. in its facilities in Indianapolis, Mooresville, Carmel, and the Franciscan Surgery Center. Only immediate family will be allowed to visit. No visitors under 18 unless it's a sibling visiting a new baby. Franciscan says the Marion County Health Department reports a marked increase in flu-like illnesses in recent weeks. The state's next report is due Friday.
An Indianapolis pastor needs your help getting back to the pulpit to preach. The minister was diagnosed with leukemia in July and is getting ready to undergo his 7th round of chemotherapy. As RTV6's Troy Washington explains, there's a cure out there and you could hold the key to unlocking his healing.
In my life, I have to walk by faith and not by sight.
It used to be the church motto at Christian Faith Missionary Baptist, but now those words have taken on a life of their own for Pastor Avery J. Bush.
If I go by what I see, I would have given up a long time ago. I would have threw in the towel.
In July, he was diagnosed with leukemia. Since then, he's been on a journey full of twists and turns.
It's really been an eye-opener. I had a chromosome called Philadelphia chromosome that 1 out of 5, they used the term, I believe, had it. I just happened to be one of those ones.
Because of the genetic abnormality, without a bone marrow transplant, there's a chance the cancer will keep coming back.
I've had some days where, man, my wife will tell you, I've had some days I just start crying because I want to live.
Pastor Bush is set to start his 7th round of chemotherapy just 2 days before Christmas, but he says he's not giving up on the possibility of a Christmas miracle. It's likely the cure for his cancer will be found in someone with a similar DNA makeup, meaning someone of African American descent. The only problem is African Americans only make up a small portion of the bone marrow registry.
I keep my faith and hope and trust in God, and knowing that one day, I'll be back. I'm coming back. I'll be in the pulpit preaching.
It's a fight he's determined to win.
What we've been hoping and praying for all along is that God would find us a donor and that we would be healed. We would, get back to our normal life.
Working for you, Troy Washington, RTV6.
And here is how you can help Pastor Bush this weekend. Friendship Missionary Baptist Church on the west side will be holding a donor registry drive. It runs from 2 to 5 in the afternoon. The church is located at 1301 North Goodlet Avenue. Come find out if you are a match.
Well, there are all kinds of Christmas trees this time of year, but the meaning behind this beautiful tree at the Clinton County Sheriff's Office in Frankfort is very sobering. Each ornament represents a line of duty officer or K-9 death this past year in the United States. Every officer's name, agency, and end of watch is engraved on a wood 7-inch angel and hung with a blue ribbon. There are 121 to date, including Indiana State Trooper Peter Stephen and Fisher's K-9 Harley. At the first of the year, the ornaments will be sent to their respective agencies. For the past year, Hiring Hoosiers has been connecting you to jobs, resources, and training, and there's some good news for anyone who speaks more than one language.
Employers don't just want to hire you, they need you, especially in healthcare. RTV6's Meredith Barrick stopped by Eskenazi Health to learn more about why bilingual employees are in demand.
Me llamo Jennifer. I am a registered nurse. I currently work at Eskenazi in the outpatient clinic.
Jennifer Rivera is just one of the more than 350 bilingual employees who work for Eskenazi Health.
I'm able to communicate with the patients. Sometimes they come in and they're scared because they don't know how to communicate.
The Spanish-speaking nurse says she notices a sense of calm come over patients once they learn she can understand and then in turn help them.
Gracias. It helps me advocate more for my patients and their needs.
Aside from Spanish, Eskenazi sees patients who speak Burmese, a number of African dialects, French, and Arabic. That means they need employees who can speak those languages too.
We have nursing team members, we have social workers, physical therapists, individuals in the billing office. So when you think about it, everyone touches the lives of our patients in some way, and there's an opportunity for staff, if they're multilingual or bilingual, to exercise their gifts here at Eskenazi Health.
A gift that goes beyond the walls of the exam room.
I think just being able to talk to them in their own language helps them feel at ease, and then they're able to explain in more detail what's going on. The tension's gone in the room, and they open up. They might tell me something about, their kids or their home life.
Working for you, Meredith Barrick, RTV6.
Eskenazi also offers Bridging the Gap, which is free for its employees. It is a 6-week course of study where multilingual employees are able to learn everything from medical terminology to interpreting ethics, and encourages development to meet the needs of patients. Eskenazi Health has hired 42 additional bilingual staff members since this story first aired back in March. If you're a multilanguage speaker and interested in opportunities at Eskenazi Health, head to hiringhoosiers.com for a look at available jobs.
A family with 2 children with illnesses and disabilities can have a tough go of it with everyday life. Well, that's why this holiday surprise was so welcome. 8-year-old Leighton and 10-year-old Leah Cox have both spina bifida. Leighton also has autism and is nonverbal with feeding complications. Both boys have had to overcome a lot in their lives, so their family was chosen for this surprise from the organization Baking Memories for Kids. The group's founder came to Indianapolis today with a surprise for the family with a trip to Orlando, and Leighton's big brother can attest to how big of a deal this is to their family.
I don't even know how to say it, but I love it, so much. And Leighton, basically, he doesn't get to go on a lot of rides, so I think he'll be able to go on a lot of rides normally than what he normally would be able to.
Baking Memories for Kids sells chocolate chip cookies every holiday season in order to raise the money to fulfill a holiday wish for a family with a special child like Leighton. And now Leighton and his brother have the chance to be just like kids for a little while.
That's sweet. All right, Kyle. We're getting a warm up, right?
We are. Yeah, we just have to be a little more patient. We've got some colder nights still to get through here, but then temperatures are really going to start to take off. So let's go ahead and talk about what we got right now. And you can see, even though we've had the sunshine, there's still a lot of snow out there that we got to get rid of. Didn't do a whole lot of melting today. Our temperature 21 degrees right now with that wind out of the west-northwest, still between about 10 and 15 miles per hour, and that's making it feel in some spots like we are in the single digits. Cold front that is sliding off to our south and east, taking any snow showers across portions of the lakes and into the northeast. It's this big area of high pressure over Iowa that's going to be building in for tonight and continuing to clear out those skies. Right now, our temperature 21 downtown with 9 as the feels like number. Feels like 10 for you in Muncie, and it feels like 18 with a temperature of 26 in Bloomington. Overnight tonight, we are going into the single digits most locations, and especially where we picked up over 7 inches of snow right across the heart of central Indiana. That's where temperatures will be the coldest. Not a whole lot warmer, though, as we look to Columbus at 10 degrees, 9 for you in Peru. And it is going to feel a bit colder, even though the wind should be fairly light in the morning. Still, we'll have wind chills around 0. And even as we go through the day, the wind will pick up a little bit, so our wind chills will get no better than about the middle 20s throughout our Thursday afternoon. Here's a look at the actual temperatures for you, and there is some improvement here with lots of sunshine once again. I think we do get around to a little above the freezing mark, so tomorrow afternoon we should start to melt some of that snow away. Temperature-wise, close to 40 in Columbus, so you can really see the number that snow on the ground is doing to the warmth trying to get in here. You got a little less snow and you get some warmer temperatures in Columbus at 39, just 30 tomorrow afternoon in Muncie. The Friday planner, a few more clouds around, but it is going to be a very quiet stretch of weather coming our way. Temperatures even getting a little bit warmer here for the end of the week as we'll get into the upper 30s and then really warming it up as we go into the weekend. And this is the outlook as we go December 23rd through the 27th. So this takes us right through the Christmas holiday. We're talking about kind of flipping the switch here on temperatures and above average numbers. In some cases could be well above average. In the 7-day planning forecast, we're back into the 40s here Saturday and Sunday. Again, we got a couple of cold mornings to get through first, and then we'll continue to see those numbers actually approaching 50 degrees by Tuesday on Christmas Eve, and Christmas Day itself looks like we are going to be dry and 46. So by that time, I think all the snow is going to be gone.
Not
so
so much of a
probably
white
not going to have a white Christmas this year.
Not at all, it sounds like.
No.
All right, Kyle, thanks for that.
With just 1 week until St. Nick comes to town, hundreds of Hoosiers are getting into the spirit of giving. RTV6's Kelsey Anderson is looking into a very popular social media post that's helping people in need this holiday season.
For some, just putting presents under the tree each year can be stressful. And I spoke to a Danville woman who's hoping that a call to action on Facebook can make the holidays a little brighter.
I mean, you just never know who needs what, and if you got it, give it.
Kathy Countryman is talking about a post that seems to be all over Facebook.
I just read the post and I thought, what a wonderful idea.
So she posted it to all the chatter pages she's a part of. The post reads in part, "What is one thing you need that you cannot afford right now? Let's see if others have it and don't need it any longer." It's a post that urges people to post what they're in need of or what they have lying around.
The first day, it just kind of like blew my mind. It was like over 100 people were liking it and viewing it.
If you find yourself taking part in these posts, we want to remind you to be safe. Whether you're picking up or dropping off an item, do it at a safe swap zone, and also make sure someone knows where you're going.
We need this more than just Christmas time.
She says while most are looking for a helping hand, some commenters are bringing a sense of humor to what can often be a stressful season.
You know, like someone needing a new butt because their butt's cracked, you know? I love it. Everybody needs to laugh.
Countryman says it's nice to see this post spreading across social media.
And it's a good contagious thing. Instead of having the flu going around, we can have giving going around.
Countryman says that she plans on posting this every month on Facebook in hopes of keeping the spirit of giving alive. We've also got a list of safe swap zones listed for you over on the RTV6 News app. Working for you, Kelsey Anderson, RTV6.
And someone is rich just in time for the holidays. A lucky Ohio lottery player hit the jackpot in last night's $372 million Mega Millions drawing. The winning ticket was sold at a Giant Eagle grocery store in Mentor, not far from Cleveland. The winning numbers were 22, 30, 53, 55, 56, and 16. And the Ohio Lottery says the winner used the quick pick function to choose their numbers. The big winner has not come forward yet. By the way, another big jackpot is online tonight. Powerball is up to $160 million.
Hello to you. I'm Julie Grant with Court TV, and we are covering a heartbreaking case out of the state of Iowa where prosecutors say a 27-year-old mother murdered her infant son. It's a case of alleged child neglect with details that are stomach-turning. Baby Sterling was only 4 months old when he was found dead in his baby swing, starved, dehydrated, and with maggots crawling all over his body. Police charged his parents, Cheyenne Harris and Zachary Cohen, with murder and child endangerment. In opening statements, Harris's attorney told the jury that she was suffering from depression and meth addiction at the time of the incident, and those battles were the monster who killed her child. Prosecutors adamantly disagreeing, saying that baby Sterling was unloved, uncared for, and unaided for 2 weeks leading up to his death. If convicted, Harris faces life in prison. And as always, you can count on Court TV for live gavel-to-gavel coverage of America's most compelling criminal trials. I'm Julie Grant. Now back to you in the studio.
Julie, thank you. And you can learn more about other cases around the nation right now at courttv.com.
Retired police officers made a special delivery today to police stations around Indianapolis. The Retired Police Officers Association packed dozens of bags and boxes of food, toiletries, and blankets over the weekend. Then they drove them to roll call sites around the city today for officers to deliver them to people's homes.
They identified elderly people in the community in need of a meal, hoping to give back at this time of year.
It means a lot to me because this is family. I don't know what else to say. It means a lot to give back to an organization that's given us so much.
All of this is made possible through donations and food pantry collections. They aim to support the Fraternal Order of Police in any way they can.
The Madison County Funeral Home is inviting the public to attend tomorrow's funeral for an 89-year-old Army veteran from Elwood. After authorities could not track down any of his relatives, George Green died of natural causes on December 5th. He was a lifelong Elwood resident and a distinguished Korean War veteran who was wounded in combat. Green's funeral is tomorrow at 11 a.m. at Kofer Fessler May Funeral Home in Elwood. It is open to anyone.
And that is all for us right now on this digital broadcast.
We plan to be right back here on RTV6 at 6.